Okay, everybody, welcome to 100 Days of Cloud. When I say everybody, that's a philosophical, aspirational everybody, in case anybody's watching. This is my effort to strengthen my skills that I've developed over the years, refresh on some things, learn some things. This is mostly CLI, and I don't know CLI, so this is the challenge for me. We are on day 9, if anybody cares. And this is through Code Cloud, and it's a gamified learning tool. So you get points, and you unlock different levels. So I'm doing 100 Days of Cloud. I'm doing the over-the-wire challenge. I'm doing the Linux challenge on Code Cloud as well. And what's the other thing I'm doing? Yeah, who cares? This is what we're focusing on now. So I'm working my way through these projects just like anybody else would. I'm not an expert. I don't know how to get to the answer just yet, but I think if I record this, document it, that it'll help me remember how to do these things. So let's get started. Where we at? As part of the migration, there are some components created under the AWS account. The Nautilus DevOps team created one EC2 instance where they forgot to enable the termination protection, which is needed for this instance. An instance named Nautilus EC2 already exists in US East 1 region. Enable termination protection. So we need to enable termination protection. And I think we've seen that. So AWS EC2 OS. What? What am I doing? AWS EC2. We are trying to enable termination protection. So termination. Oh, we're gonna take it to AWS EC2 modify instance. Well, let's see what we have first. Describe instances. There we go. I hate the way that looks. I wonder if there's another way. Output. Can I do list? That's not a thing. Table. I'm not sure if you can use variables in the CLI. But this is terminal. I'm gonna try something. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right, but I'm gonna try something. Control C. So we'll do instance equal. Let's go on a tangent. Assign variables in bash. Name equals John Doe. So my instance ID. So I don't need the name. do instance is equal to how do I assign a number? Substitution. Huh. Anyway. Enough of that tangent. Let's get back to this because this is timed. We have 54 minutes. We need to I'm not sure if this is going to work, but Q, no, escape. WQ. Yeah, that's not going to work. Well, I was wrong about that. Did work. Q. Nice. So save the instance ID. What do we need to do? We need to modify instance. So AWS EC2 modify instance help. So modify instance, modify image, modify instance, modify instance attribute. So So I keep getting my commands mixed up between Linux, PowerShell, and the CLI. So how do I check? We're looking at termination protection. So disable API termination. Disable API termination. So let's end escape. No, end queue. End queue. Let's go back to that table. Delete and termination. That's not what we're looking for. So how would I verify? How would I know if it's turned on or not? Last time I had to end up logging into the console, but I don't want to depend on that. So what are we gonna do? We are going to verify EC2 attributes. No, not instance type. Termination protection. So, stay away again. Check termination protection. Enable protection. So we got. This is why I was trying to assign a variable. Via data, Control C, Q, colon, Q. What just happened? Why did that let me? Well, that just froze on us. Okay. AWS. I just crashed. EC2. Describe instances. Instance ID is here. And I'm just going to paste this because now it's saved. Copy this, scroll up, describe instances, paste. See, it did this yesterday. It said null, and I don't understand why. Why is it returning null? If the output is true, termination protection is enabled. What if it's null? What's going on? I'm okay. Okay. Let's go back. There's something wrong with this. And you know who I'm gonna ask? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Returning. Oh, she's a thinking. Here we go. Use the correct man for termination protection. AWS describe instance attribute. If you want to debug why the original query was null, A, confirm that you're in the right region. Output JSON. You know what? Let's try that. Query. So I'm gonna try this one after I check this thing here. What's this thing I'm talking about? And it said output JSON. Yeah, well, I didn't really expect that to work. Use the correct command for termination protection. How come I didn't see this? Describe instance attribute. Let me go back over here. Let's see why I didn't see that. Describe instance attribute. That's something. Oh, that's right, it crashed. Describe instance attribute. So I need AWS EC2. If I do help, it should list all the commands. This is going to be describe. Describe instance attribute. Yeah, it's there. See, I didn't know that was a thing. Describe instance attribute. So let's go end queue. I didn't know that was a thing. AWS EC2 describe instance attribute. And if I do help, provide the instance ID, provide the attribute. How do I get the attribute? Let's do instance ID. And Q. Dooby-doo. Here we go again. There it is. Always lose this thing. So it's instance dash ID need the attribute. That's fine. That's what I wanted. Attribute help invalid. All right. So are they assuming that we would know what the attribute is? Know the command for the attribute? Where you at, ChatGPT? Attribute disable API termination. I don't know if that's the right one. Disable API termination. All right. Disable API termination. I'm gonna do Control C. Disable API. Paste. It's false. Wish I'd have had this yesterday. 22 minutes. How are we gonna get here? Attribute disable API termination is false. Termination protection. We need to enable it. So let's do modify instance attribute. I don't want to query it. No, I don't want to debug it. Screw that. Check whether the field exists in describe instances. 2, if you want to debug, no. 3, common causes of null, no. I think it's no disable API termination. I think so. Let's try it. No. Attribute. So let me see. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about this. No. Then search visually for disable API termination. Disable API termination. Disable API termination. 34 minutes in. Enable. Here's it. Disable API termination. I said no, and that was very wrong. So it was disable API. Disable API termination. Pretty sure. This command does not produce output if it's successful, so we're just gonna hit enter and hope. Ooh, expected one argument. I thought I gave you one argument. That attribute thing. I suck at CLI, man. This is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm doing this. I just need like an encyclopedia with all the commands. Right, so it's not going to tell us anything. However, we ran this, and it should tell us. So it's true now. It was false. And there's another one that was part of yesterday's, which was stop. Stop. Disable. It's a stop protection. So no disable API stop. So no. Disable API stop. No. Disable API stop. So. Not sure if this is going to work. I'm experimenting. So, no, disable API stop. This is a guess. Bad value. Disable API stop that value. Okay, so let's do it this way. Okay. All right. Fine. How do I get a list of attributes? See, the last time I did that, list of EC2 instance attributes list. This is not what I... Verify no disable API stop. Let's go to ChatGPT. How do I verify API stop attribute? Disable API stop. Disable API stop. How much time we spent? 32 minutes. So this is disable API stop. Capital A, capital S. So we're doing a snake format. API. What? What am I missing? What am I... Yeah, I'm just doing lazy things. I see what the problem is. Well, ChatGPT sees what the problem is. And that's right after attribute, we need disable API stop. One, it's capital here. Two, it's snake format here. So it's disable API. Nice. There it is. I'll never remember that. But that's why I take notes after. So I think we've done it. And it's gonna suck if we didn't. Because we checked the termination and we were tasked to enable it. Enable termination. So if we cycle through all the stuff that we've done, this should say true. This says true. Alright, we're going for it. Do it. Come on, green. Thank you. Okay. So this is I don't know if you want to hang out for this, but cloud. This is the wrong one. Which one is this? It's missing that number 3. I know exactly what that is. I'm afraid of that one. But I'm gonna do it before I go to bed. It's 12:48 a.m. My kids are in the bed. My wife is asleep. I'm down here plugging away, trying to get better, trying to build a better machine. Okay. really behind on this one. This is the one where the 3 is missing. That's what, it's one of these here. And I'm really behind. The DevOps one is spooky to me. I don't know DevOps. So I think I need to make another markdown file, because this is for Linux. So can I rename this? Let's do a new file. We'll go KK underscore 100 days AWS. Let's make it another markdown file. Oh crap. You know, I just realized that it closed that window, so I don't have any of the commands that I used. Shite. Let's see. Let's do this. I have to write it up. So that's this one we used. That's to verify, to actually this is also to read it. Is this in my French conversation? Oh, crap. I'm learning French too, so I'm trying to see how much stuff I can stick in my brain before I forget things. So this is going to be describe attributes. This is the API termination. So this is going to be to verify API termination attribute. Go down. And this is going to be to verify stop protection attribute. And the actual command is somewhere. I'm not worried about debugging anything. Oh, it's right here. Man. I did not see that. This would have been. Oh. Oh, that table is very helpful. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do another one of these tonight. I'm already 4 days behind. And this is how we modify. I'm going to do Control V here. No. 8. What do I want to say? I don't know. Is it self-explanatory? If I came back and I read this, day 8, would I know what I did? I ran a command to modify the attribute. This is to verify. Yeah, okay, I think that's it. What time is it? 12:54. All right, guys, I'm tired. I might do one more. Having this hole right here is bothering me, but DevOps is also scary for me. I also have a Linux one to do. Not sure. Let's see. Okay. SSH authentication. Yeah, that one scares me. All right. Until next time, guys. Thanks for watching. If you watched, join me again to build a better machine.